This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
I've been going Squishmallow hunting lately. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's pretty fun. I like it. I've gathered a modest collection of Squishmallows, except for these three. I hate them. Get out of here. Just disregard them. I'm about to go sell them to my little brother. All of these Squishmallows I picked up at Five Below, except for this cow. You might notice I have two cow Squishmallows. One of them I got at Five Below, and the other one I, didn't. Today I'm gonna be customizing one of the Connor the cows. This one. I'm gonna be making 3 different no-so costumes for him. Just for him, not for any other Squishmallows. Gotta milk him for all he's worth. I've made quite a few costumes for my Squishmallows already. I love customizing Squishmallows. What can I say? I just really love characters and costumes. Anyways, Connor's a pretty basic, boring-looking cow, and I just love that about him. Let's be real. Some of the best Squishmallows are the most basic-looking ones. Before I go on, I would like to put out a disclaimer. I'm not doing anything permanent to Connor the cow. All the costumes are gonna be removable. At the end of the day, he's still gonna be Connor the cow, okay? Now stop yelling at me. It's okay. Shut up!
Some of the Squishmallows have wings, and that makes it a little easier, a lot easier, to make costumes for him. Connor is a cow, so he doesn't have wings. I know, it's crazy.
It's okay.
But life's just filled with hard truths like that, you know? He's got a tail, but no wings. But it's okay. It's fine.
It's fine, it's fine.
I've got the perfect costumes in mind for him. I picked out a neon green beanie for him. It's very thin material. I got a pack of 4 neon beanies. They're all super bright. It's just what I could get on my hands on for this time. I was scared it might run a little tight, but it turned out to be a perfect fit. So yeah, I just shoved him inside the beanie and done. That's the first costume. No. I'm just using the beanie as a base to build off of. This one's gonna be a costume of Gur from Invader Zim. I'm not turning Connor into Gur, he's just gonna be dressing up as Gur. So I'm cutting a little window for Connor's face to peek through. Perfect. The edges are looking a little rough, which I expected. I'm gonna be covering that up to make Connor look more put together. I grabbed some black felt and trimmed it to size to fit over the little window slit. That looks about right. I don't want it to cover Connor's whole face, so I'm cutting out the center. It clearly needs some adjustments, but you get the point. It's supposed to be like a trim around the face. The black trim was too harsh of a contrast to the neon green. I wanted something that's not so in your face, so I cut out a new trim in dark green. It's the same process, the green is just more subtle in my opinion. I didn't want to risk getting hot glue on precious Connor, so I took off the beanie, stuck a piece of paper inside and glued that down. After some necessary trimming, I think the costume is finally starting to come along. I mean, obviously there's still a lot I have to add to him, but so far, not bad. Perfect. I picked out some pink felt. I have accumulated a lot of felt over my artistic endeavors, and today I'm using all of it, or at least some of it. This is gonna be Gur's tongue. Gur always has a little pink tongue sticking out. I'm really trying to protect Connor as best as I can, so again, I took the costume off, stuck in a piece of paper, you know how it goes, and now I'm hot gluing the tongue in. With a black Sharpie, I went in to add some details, giving the costume a more stitched together kind of look. Kinda. And also add a little black nose, which I made out of felt. I added in some ears to the top. Some of the glue was showing, so I tried to make it less apparent with a black Sharpie. Gur's costume has a zipper on it. I originally planned on adding an actual zipper, but I don't know how to sew. Hence I abandoned that idea, and resorted to the only thing I do know. Hot glue and felt. I tried to make it look as close to a real zipper as possible. Probably not fooling anyone though. It's the thought that counts. Even though Connor doesn't have any wings or arms or anything, Gur does, so I wanted to add him of course. I thought about painting him on, but I ended up making them with felt so that they're 3D and flickable. He's mostly complete, but I still need to add his eyeballs, which I'm making out of pom-poms. Gur has giant eyeballs popping out of his head, so I thought pom-poms would be a perfect fit to recreate that look. I placed his pupils on top, but a little off-center to achieve that derpy kind of look. By the way, I do still have Connor's tag on. Some people were a little upset that I took off Avery's, so I figured maybe I should let Connor keep his and avoid further controversy. I stuffed Connor into the costume and holy cow, I'm in love with the way this turned out, except for his ear. It kept falling down, so I glued that to his eyeball. Oh, and he also has a little tail on the back. The costume is easy to put on, it's easy to take off, and it's very easy to make. Plus he's so cute and so evil at the same time. What more could you possibly ask for? Nothing.
I want to take a second to pay my bills, okay?
Sponsored by Squarespace.
Squarespace is a website building platform that I'm sure you're just now hearing about for the first time. In today's day and age, I feel like you kinda need a website. Do you have a website?
Why don't you have a website?
Get it together. They have tons of customizable templates to choose from. Plus, you get access to all of their marketing tools and analytics to help you skyrocket your business to that next height. And my favorite part about them is that they have a 24/7 customer support team to answer every single one of your questions. So head on over to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/graveyardloon to save 10% off your first website or domain.
Thanks, Squarespace. Love ya. That's not the only costume I made for today. I also pulled out a neon yellow beanie. It's like a highlighter yellow. These beanies aren't the prettiest, but you know they were the cheapest. So that makes up for it. I definitely should have ironed this one. It's got a few wrinkles, but I didn't, so deal with it.
I apologize.
I thought maybe once the beanies stretched out over the fat cow that the wrinkles would become less noticeable, but they're still here. I don't know. It's whatever. Hopefully they're not bothering you. I'm cutting out a window slit for him again. It's a lot wider this time around. Connor's got some more space to breathe. Oh, by the way, I had to cut off the tag. Sorry about that. I tried keeping it on, but it was just being annoying, so we had to part ways. It's no big deal. It's okay. We're gonna get through this.
The audacity.
I'm not making Gur again, obviously. This one's gonna be, well, you'll see. First thing this guy needs is some spots. That's too big. I'm gonna trim that down some more. Perfect. I cut out a couple of those and started gluing them down. He looks kinda like he's a little astronaut right now, but that's not what he's gonna end up as. His main feature is actually some spikes? Spines? Same thing. Spikes running down his spine. I cut out some triangles to act as spikes. They're not all the same size, but close enough. I'm no perfectionist. Close enough is good enough for me. At this point, you're probably thinking he's gonna be a neon highlighter yellow dinosaur. Good guess. That's what I intended. It's not entirely what he ends up looking like, though. I mean, he does, but also he doesn't. You'll see. I'll surprise you. The seams on this neon beanie don't exactly line up. Anyways, next up I made some more spikes. This time they're white. I cut out a whole bunch of them. I just kept going and going. I could not be stopped. Pretty soon I had a whole horde of them. Spoiler, I only end up using like a handful. Also, they're not gonna be spikes at all. They're actually supposed to be teeth. Spiky teeth. My original plan was to have them going all around the mouth. That's the face slit. But I thought if I put teeth all around, it wouldn't end up looking like a dinosaur. I thought it would look like some kind of messed up leech monster. And I don't want that. Not this time. So yeah, that's why I didn't use like even a quarter of the amount of teeth I cut out. I figured 4 on top and 2 on bottom is a good number of teeth. A safe number. You could pretty much eat anything with that. And he chose to eat a whole cow. Holy cow. It's not perfect. There's some alignment issues. I think it all just kind of stems from the fact that I made the window too big. Regrets. I did manage to give him some arms. And to those arms I decided to add some claws. They might look familiar. I put all those unused teeth to some good use. Just filed them down and then recycled them. I attached those to his sides. Cute little flappy arms to go with his cute little missing teeth. So cute. I was going to leave him as is, but then at the last second I decided on one last addition. Eyes. And yeah, there he is. He's supposed to be a dinosaur, and he kind of is. I just think that there's something about his open mouth and teeth that make him look more like a monster. Either way, he's evil, so I'm gonna count that as a win. You might have noticed I'm sticking to like a theme with the outfits this time. They're all made out of cheap, unbearably bright neon beanies that I bought. Normally I just do 2 costumes for my Squishmallow makeovers, but today I'm gonna do 3 because there's one more that I really wanted to make. I'm using the neon pink beanie to make Buttercup's neon pink cat costume that he loves to wear. This is the cute little mouth thing that cats have. He's pretty similar to Gur. You can probably tell at this point that I love Gur. He's made a few appearances on the channel. Buttercup wears his cat costume a lot, on pretty much all occasions. So it's a little worn out, definitely in need of some repairs, but that's why it has a lot of patches. I'm trying to give it a very worn look. Buttercup's actually a bear, so not entirely sure why he chooses to dress like a cat, but I'm not one to judge. I don't know. A lot of my characters have bulging eyeballs bursting out of their heads. This cat costume has one eyeball bigger than the other. I tried to recreate that with the pom-poms by trimming one down. It didn't really work too well though. I don't know if there's a visible difference, but yeah, I tried. Maybe if I trimmed it down some more, but I didn't want to destroy the pom-pom. Still trying to keep the pom-poms intact. I added on some off-center eyeballs. I like silly, derpy looking characters. I just love their personality. Cats have tails, so of course this cat costume wouldn't be complete without one. And that's pretty much it. Buttercup's not the one in the cat costume today. He's letting Connor borrow it. I do wish I had made the cat's ears a little bigger, but I think as a whole, Connor looks great. Easy, breezy, beautiful, cover girl. Also, I still have one neon beanie left. So, let me know if you want it. I'm not gonna send it or anything. I just want to applaud you for your exquisite taste in fashion.
Click on the next video to become a fashion icon like Connor.